Hello friends, we are discussing redox. All right, and uh, now we are going to discuss electrochemical theories. See, if you can remember electrochemical theories, that is very important because you can explain so many things. So many questions come from this section. So how to remember the series? You can say like rubidium Rb, like lithium, rubidium, like rubidium, potassium also travels in Bascana mail. This is name of a train, Bascana mail. All right, Bascana mail, like rubidium, potassium also travels in Bascana mail from Zinfecone to Tirunelveli pub. TN, Tirunelveli TN, 10. For 10 we are using Tirunelveli pub, PB. Alright. So above hydrogen it is now clear. Like rubidium, potassium also travels in Bascana mail. In like Li is lithium, Rb rubidium, then potassium. All right, and then Bascana mail, barium, strontium, calcium, sodium, magnesium, and aluminium. All right, Bascana mail. Forget about spelling. Bascana mail. All right, which starts from zinc faconi. This is a station name, zinc faconi. So again, zinc, iron, cobalt, nickel is done, and then for tin and lead, Tirunelveli pub. All right, and after means for hydrogen and below, we have a statement like high cis. High for hydrogen, cis copper, iodine, silver. High cis, copper, iodine, silver. Mercury. Mercury has low BP. Bromine and platinum, high cis. Mercury has low BP. Uh, uh, Announced means a person is a person has said this thing. High cis. Mercury has low BP. Said in a cafe. CAFE, cafe. That is C stands for chlorine, A for gold, aurum, and F for fluorine. So in this manner you can remember this electrochemical series. All right. Now lithium has the E0 value, it is around minus 3.05 volt. All right, its variation is like this: minus 2.37 volt for magnesium. For zinc, minus 0.76. For nickel it is 0.24, minus 0.24. For lead it is minus 0.13 volt. For hydrogen it is 0. For copper it is plus 0.34 volt. Alright, for iodine plus 0.54 volt, for bromine 1.08 volt. You don't have to remember this, just I'm telling the variation, how it varies. Alright, so this is the electrochemical series. Now regarding the application part, see the reducing ability is inversely proportional to E0 value. The reducing ability is inversely proportional to E0 value. So suppose we are given one question, choose the strongest reducing agent. Choose the strongest reducing agent. We are given some options like 1, 2, 3, 4. Suppose we are given some values like minus 237 volt, or minus 0.44 volt, or minus say 1.08 volt, plus 1.08 volt, and plus say it is 1.37 volt, which is the strongest reducing agent. So if values are given, including sign we are making the statement. So lowest value is in the first case it is the strongest reducing agent, or you will be given some elements like you will be given, say suppose strontium or aluminium or say iron and say tin. Out of these four elements, which is the strongest reducing agent? So if you remember the series, rubidium, potassium also travels in Bascana male. So Bascana. So if you remember this order, you can say strontium. Out of these four elements, strontium is kept above. So obviously it is having a lower value of E0, including E0, including sign we are making this statement. Alright, so on the basis of this you can say this thing. So reducing ability is inversely proportional to E0, and then oxidizing ability is directly proportional to E0. So again there will be some either some data will be given, or say we will be given say fluorine, chlorine and bromine and iodine. Out of these four, which is the strongest oxidizing agent? So obviously fluorine is at bottom. So fluorine is at bottom. So fluorine is the strongest oxidizing agent. So these are the two statements you can make, and then see on the basis of this E0 value you can say you can make many more statements on the basis of this order. Like one is the greater the difference between E0 values of two reacting species, greater the difference between E0 values of two reacting species, faster is the reaction rate. Like if we are given two couples, like we are given a reaction between say sodium and iodine, or we are given between zinc and say sodium and Cl2. All right, first is sodium and Cl2, zinc and bromine, and third one is between tin and iodine. So see, between tin and iodine this difference is less. Between zinc and bromine this difference is comparatively more, and out of these three, between sodium and chlorine this difference is maximum. So we can say this reaction will be the fastest one. All right, and then we have a statement called any element can oxidize, the below placed one. Any element can oxidize the below placed one. So on the basis of this series you can say lithium can reduce rubidium, or rubidium can reduce barium can reduce magnesium can reduce zinc, or zinc can reduce tin can reduce silver can reduce fluorine, like that. So any element can reduce the below placed one, or any element can oxidize the above placed one. Means hydrogen can oxidize nickel, or nickel can oxidize aluminium, like that. So either there will be direct question or there will be indirect question. Indirect question, say suppose we will be given a reaction, and they will ask whether this reaction is possible or not. Like we are given say F2 plus twice of Cl negative equal to twice of F negative plus Cl2. So whether this reaction is possible or not. So what you have to do, just find out the oxidation state at left hand side and right hand side. All right, and then check what is happening. The oxidation state of fluorine is getting reduced. So fluorine is reduced, that means fluorine is behaving like oxidizing agent, or we can say fluorine is oxidizing Cl negative. So now look at the series whether fluorine can oxidize Cl. Yes, fluorine is fluorine is below, and chlorine Cl is above. So fluorine can oxidize chlorine. Fluorine can oxidize chlorine, like that. Or you will be given say suppose an arrangement, like you are given say AgNO3, and you want to store it in a vessel of copper, whether AgNO3 can be stored in copper vessel, whether AgNO3 can be stored in copper vessel. So AgNO3, this is an electrolyte, that means we have Ag in +1 state. Now if there is a possibility of reaction between copper and silver, then the reaction will be like this: copper is oxidized to +2 state and silver is reduced. Now again check the oxidation state. Copper is getting oxidized, means copper is reducing silver, whether copper can reduce silver. So again look at the electrochemical series. Copper can reduce silver, that means between these two, if silver nitrate is stored in copper vessel, between these two a reaction is possible. Since these two can react, that means this kind of arrangement is wrong, means silver nitrate should not be placed in copper vessel. Silver nitrate should not be placed in copper vessel. So most of the reactions are on the basis of this only, means any element can reduce the below placed one, or any element can oxidize the above placed one. Then there will be questions like say regarding a preferential deposition of ions. If we are given some aqueous solution, all right, aqueous solution of sodium chloride and aqueous solution of say potassium iodide, or we are given say rubidium, say bromide, all right, or we are given say auric nitrate, or silver sulfate, or we are given copper sulfate, etc. The question is, if these electrolytes, aqueous solution, you should be careful, aqueous solution of these are electrolyzed using inert electrode, that will be mentioned. In inert electrode they are electrolyzed. What are the products at cathode and anode? Inert electrode means either platinum or graphite. Okay. So normally students say if it is a cation we should get sodium. No. See how to write the product. You should be careful. Listen very carefully. Any cation which is placed above zinc, any cation which is placed above zinc, all right, if we have like sodium positive is placed above zinc, all right. So if a cation is placed above zinc, and if it is electrolyzed in aqueous solution, we won't get these metals, rather we get hydrogen gas, potassium hydrogen, rubidium hydrogen. But if it is below zinc, like gold, it is below zinc, so you can write gold, you can write silver, you can write copper. Okay, if the cation is placed below zinc, then the same metal you can write at cathode as product, but if it is above zinc, straight away say hydrogen gas is evolved. Similarly for anode, just remember 4 anions I am giving you. These 4 anions are SO4 2 negative, S2O3 2 negative, thiosulfate, nitrate, and F negative. If any of these anions is there, straight away say oxygen gas is evolved. Otherwise you can write the same product, that is you will be getting Cl2, I2, Br2, but here you will be getting oxygen, and oxygen. That is it. It is very simple. So this is preferential deposition of ions. All this can be explained on the basis of electrochemical series. All right.